Is this okay. Hello again! You thought I was... Let me try that again. Hello again. I've come back! Finally, after over like a year of... I finally decided to make another one of these Wandering in the Wardrobe, where I, talk about random topics and discussions. I'm not in my original cramped corkboard dorm room wardrobe at the moment because of current events. So at the moment, I'm in my childhood home, bedroom, closet. And for the sake of theming, let's rename it Conundrum in the Closet. And speaking of in the closet, we're talking about gender! Yeah! Specifically in regards to one of my favorite video games franchises, created by the powerhouse that is Nintendo, The Legend of Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, The Legend of I shall be discussing how the playable character Link and his relationship to gender was really rocky after the relationship. Steamy and arduous night. It's a very caring and loving relationship. I'm just trying to have fun with this. How Link's relation with gender surpasses gendered stereotypes in order to help the person playing the game to relate to Link in order to be more immersed in the game. There. You happy? That's what this video is about. Gender and Link and immersion and... Well, not really immersion. I have no expertise in that matter. I am very ill-prepared. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Always gotta stay hydrated. Okay, I think we are ready to start. Somewhat. We'll see. The Legend of Zelda is a series of games that follows a hero under many different generations on a quest to defeat some form of mostly unapologetic evil, to save the kingdom or world, as well as saving Princess Zelda. Pretty standard epic hero, knights in shining armor kind of thing that you would think just pushes the gender norms into their own stereotypes instead of suppresses them, right? Wrong, you pleb! And here's why. I'll be giving multiple examples from different games within the series, starting off with the oldest, coming to the most current, quote-unquote. And to start off with, I won't be talking about a video game specifically. I shall be talking about something else, subverting expectations! In 1986, a Japanese magazine called Shonen Captain released an issue talking about the first Legend of Zelda game and full-on depicting Link as a woman with long red hair and voluptuous thighs, because we all know men do not have thighs. Many people are speculating why this occurred, whether it was actually their like icon or mascot dressing up as Link, or if it was just a mistake. I'm gonna choose to believe that they thought Link was a girl because it feels my soul. Just to stay consistent and just to have her there. We love her. She's great. She's doing beautiful. I hope she's having a good time. Let's move on to another game, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, 1991. Within this game, Link is full-on depicted with pink hair. What? I know they had red hair, but I realized I didn't establish the fact that Link actually has blonde hair, or just dirty blonde hair, usually depicted with like brown or blonde hair. It really doesn't matter. The main reason why this is probably it is because of pixel limitations, and this Link shares the same color palette as Bunny Link. Also, yeah, there's a Bunny Link within the game because within the game there are portals that transport you into the Dark World, and within the Dark World, Link turns into a rabbit because it's like his pure form, because he's like a pure being, while others... I'm getting off topic. Point is, Link would be subverting gender expectations for having pink hair. He's a guy in this one, or technically whatever you name him. I hope this holds, because this is a tiny piece of tape. Just put that right there. Man, I'm really off topic with this one. Whatever. And now presenting one of the most recent games that has progressed the timeline, Breath of the Wild. When the first trailer for this game came out, so many people, and I mean so many, speculated that Link was going to be a girl in this one, analyzing his eyelashes, the fact that the length of his hair is pretty long comparatively, and comparing... Link is using a bow, which is... I won't. It's stupid. I don't know. I feel like someone would argue that at some point. But whatever. Bows are cool. I'm one to talk. All set. Right there. Albeit, Link is debatably the most androgynous he has ever been within this game. I'll give you a couple of examples. Link has a slightly feminine build, but with aspects of a masculine toned body. Link is a decent cook. Link start off the game in just boxer briefs.
Link has the most beautiful eyes.
Link fight good. Good fight destroy.
They're so blue.
The ponytail? Defeat Ganon in underwear. In one part of the game, Link has to acquire feminine clothes in order to enter the woman's only Gerudo town. And once he does, he passes with flying colors and is able to roam Gerudo town as freely as he wants, being very pretty while doing it. Also, there's a lot of interesting art on the internet. No bathing ever! So yeah, Link is pretty androgynous within this game. If I want to use terms from the class that this is for, although you can still gender categorize Link as a man, many characters within the game categorize him as a woman due to his femininity, especially when wearing these just really cute clothes. I would also like to say that within the LGBTQ+ community, Link within Breath of the Wild is both headcanon as a trans man and a trans woman, due to multiple aspects of relatability throughout his character and stuff. And trans people just connect with him so much, and it's the best thing ever. Anyways, Link androgynous, Link pretty, Link hot, Link strong, blush, attractive, Anywho, The Legend of Zelda is not a stranger to androgyny within games. In multiple occasions, Princess Zelda has disguised herself as different people. One of those being, this picture, presented as character Sheik, where originally Zelda changes sex with magic, from what I remember, from the Hyrule Historian. It was in here somewhere. Okay. Yeah, it says right here, in the Hyrule Historia, because I'm a dweeb, Princess Zelda has no choice but to wait for the seal on Link to be broken in order to escape the Demon King's pursuit. She went into hiding by disguising herself as a boy of the Sheikah tribe and adopted the name Sheik. I guess it doesn't really say specifically, but it still persists! And the other disguise is from the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and Princess Zelda is disguised as Tetra, who is referred to as she, her pronouns, but subverts expectations by a lot of masculine traits. I mean, look at her. Look at her. Pretty cool, pretty dope, pretty awesome. So if Legend of Zelda really goes Breath of the Wild with gender expressions, then why not Link?
Hello, this is Future T here. I failed to mention that Eiji Onuma, the director of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, stated that they tried making Link gender neutral within the game because, quote, as far as gender goes, Link is definitely male, but I wanted to create a character where anybody would be able to relate to the character. So that's why I think the rumor went around that Link could be female, because maybe the users were able to relate it that way. So there we go.
Furthermore, within game development, developers want their players to be immersed within the game as much as possible. Here are a few ways they do so. 1, they can give a player an option to create their own characters with character creation tools. 2, make the characters as relatable and connective as possible, either making them gender ambiguous like they do in Undertale, among other games. They make them not physically speak within the game, and many other aspects. Or number 3, you cannot physically see yourself. You do not exist. Life is an illusion. We're in a simulation. Games don't always have to do this, especially if the game is story-driven, but it does help with immersion, which is, to be fair, a much more complicated topic than I am making out to be. As a vocal performer. But overall, Legend of Zelda makes Link into a quote-unquote meat puppet in order for their players to relate and to see themselves act through Link. It's kind of like a link between the real world and oh my god! So even though Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of the first Legend of Zelda games where you can't really name your character, it makes up for the fact by making Link heavily very androgynistic, with attributes that most people can relate to. As all of us Zelda fans wait for the sequel of Breath of the Wild, many have speculated and kind of asked for a second female playable character. While we might possibly get that, possibly with possibly Zelda, possibly her herself, possibly, arguments against a feminine playable counterpart for Legend of Zelda games are pretty prominent. Now, some arguments are sexist and bullshit, but some other arguments include, well, if Link is supposed to represent the playable character no matter what, helping with that representation by giving Link masculine and feminine traits, then it would completely demolish the objective of Link as that kind of character. So what would be the point for Link being androgynous within the games? While I do understand the argument to an extent, Link can still keep many of his feminine traits. There would be no point in getting rid of them. Plus, to be fair, I think a lot of people would like to see Zelda as a playable character within the Legend of Zelda franchise because it's never happened before. It's never happened before.
I'm referencing this game.
Plus, there are many different Links within the timeline, and each of them are drastically different from each other. Some more feminine, some more masculine, some more toonish, the third secret gender. But yes, overall, Link as a character breaks a lot of gendered stereotypes, while still somewhat being gender categorized as a guy, quote unquote. And the purpose for his androgyny is for players to relate to them, no matter who they are. But overall, it really doesn't matter what the game itself says about the character. A playable character is supposed to let you embody it, and the beauty of video games is to allow you to be whoever you want to be, whether it's a character that you created yourself or just you. A big chunk of video games is escapism, after all. So, go out there, have some fun, play some video games, drink some water, for God's sake, and stay safe. I don't know how else to end this video. Bye!
Wow. And the eyelashes are super nice, I will say. Those are nice eyelashes. He's really pretty.
Link fight good. Good fight destroy.